It's an amazing thing, and we've stopped being amazed by it simply because of familiarity, but we should be shocked by it, that the only body that can propose new legislation in the European Union is the unelected European Commission. If any country were run like that, if supreme power were wielded by 27 people who were immune to the ballot box, that would be regarded as an outrage. And yet the people who talk most fervently about turning the EU into something like a superstate are remarkably relaxed about the undemocratic nature of it. And from that basic lack of democracy, you get the contempt for popular opinion, you get the way it swats aside referendum results if they go the wrong way, you get the sense that public opinion is an obstacle to overcome rather than a reason to change direction. It is an extraordinary and sad paradox that 27 countries, each of them a liberal parliamentary democracy in its own right, have come together and accepted a system that would make Zimbabwe look democratic. I think the origins actually go back to the very beginning of the European Union. The founding fathers had had a very mixed experience of democracy, especially of the referendum, plebiscitary kind of democracy that had existed in the 1930s. And so they were quite open about deliberately vesting supreme power in the hands of wise, technocratic experts who wouldn't have to worry about public opinion, who'd be able to take the tough decisions. And of course, there is no such person as the wise, disinterested expert. They all have their prejudices, they all have their assumptions, and freed from the constraints of public opinion, they were able to get on with creating an almost autocratic system, which has stayed in large measure in place to this day, which is why, when people vote against it, that is seen as the beginning of the argument, rather than as it would be in a proper democracy, the end of the argument. Yeah, it's wonderful, isn't it? We were told for 20 years that now was not the right time for a referendum because Europe wasn't an issue. And now we're told, no, it's the wrong time because Europe is an issue. The Eurozone crisis and all this. I mean, it's the ultimate yes, minister argument. Perfectly good idea in principle, minister, but perhaps now is not the most propitious occasion. If not now, when? The Eurozone crisis has wrecked the premise on which we joined. It's falsified our membership terms.